Gold gets slammed this Monday, but could the metal have found its bottom? Jim Wyckoff joins us now for Kitco's latest edition of Technically Speaking. Jim, thanks so much for being with us.
Hello, Daniela. Always nice to be with you.
So, Jim, gold falling below 1100 this Monday morning, but is the metal forming a selling climax here, Jim? In other words, could the metal have found its bottom?
Daniela, actually the gold market on Friday started to break down when it touched a 5-year low. We saw strong follow-through selling on Monday, and if history is any clue, which I think it is, I think we're going to see still more downside price pressure. I don't think we found a bottom.
Okay, so no relief rally here for gold. We know the markets like round numbers, Jim, so could $1,000 be the next stop?
First of all, Daniela, I would not be surprised here this week to see a corrective bounce. We are short-term oversold on a technical basis. Yes, indeed, on your other question, I do think that $1,000, which is major psychological support, I think it is in the cards in the coming weeks or few months. At that time, you may find a bottom.
All right, well, let's look at silver now, which is holding up here, Jim. Why do you think silver was able to save itself from further losses?
Well, Daniela, silver has seen strong downside price pressure recently, so it's in a bear market all by itself. It did divorce itself a bit from the steep plunge we saw in the gold market. The increased risk appetite in the marketplace could be something that is supporting silver to a degree, but I still think silver is going to generally follow the gold market, and it's in a bear market just like gold is.
All right, Jim, and before we get to your Wyckoff market rating, what do you tell investors in this type of situation?
Well, when in doubt, get out. If a trader is seriously underwater on a trading position, trying to wait for that market bottom is most of the time a futile cause because the pain can only get stronger. However, from an investment standpoint, those people who buy and hold and who have bought and are holding for the longer term, I think that you just look at this situation and think this is a phenomenon that will reverse itself. I've said many times before that the raw commodity sector is very cyclical. Strong price trends both on the upside and the downside. This gold and silver, these two markets will bottom out, and probably sooner than most people think, and will be in uptrends at some point. And it is still my bias that from a longer term basis, that meaning many years down the road or even a few years down the road, that gold and silver prices at their present values are longer term value buying opportunities.
All right, Jim, on that note, let's get to your Wyckoff market rating this week. I'm sure it's not going to be pretty, but what rating are you giving gold and silver?
Daniela, the Wyckoff's market ratings for both gold and silver are a 1. That is indeed the lowest rating. For August COMEX gold futures, I have overhead resistance at 1232.50. That's Monday's high. Solid support at Monday's low of 1080. Looking at September silver futures, resistance at the $15 level, support at Monday's low of 1449.
All right, Jim, thanks so much for your comments this week. We'll see you next Monday.
Always nice to be with you, Daniela. Bye-bye.
And thanks for watching Monday's Gold Report. We'll have Frank Holmes for you later in the day. Thanks for watching.